Decentralized storage is currently a $9 billion sector within crypto. 2/3 of that $9 billion, or $6 billion, is actually dominated by only 3 projects: ICP, Filecoin, and Arweave. It is a super important and rapidly growing sector. And if you think about it, if your data and your websites aren't hosted in a decentralized way, then really how decentralized are your applications? Very likely not decentralized at all, and certainly not decentralized enough. Decentralized storage is part of the core ethos of cryptocurrency. And now there's a new kid on the block ready to use its unique technology and to make a mark. We're exploring the next generation of decentralized storage with Walrus. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. All the best of luck if you choose to invest. Of course, I wish you very, very well. But I am not a financial or investment advisor. I urge you to remember that, and by extension, the fact that this video is not official financial or investment advice. Let's talk about the state of decentralized storage, at least as it exists right now as a subsector within cryptocurrency. Like I said, right now, Filecoin and Arweave dominate the market. Filecoin dominates in NFT metadata storage, leveraging, of course, its integration with IPFS. And the fact is they do have centralization issues at times, as we see here at the node level. Arweave dominates in file storage for things like running apps and websites in particular. Most big files today are now stored as blobs, B-L-O-B. And this includes media like images and video or different multimedia types. Essentially, a blob is just a chunk of data that doesn't need to follow any sort of structure in order to be compatible with the storage solution. It's also known as and called unstructured data. The blob is an object, and blob, again, B-L-O-B, stands for binary large object. And if the blob itself is an object, then wouldn't it make sense to get better access, security, and control using a language that works with objects already? That would be the logical approach, yeah. And that's exactly what Walrus does, and also why it's actually so novel in terms of decentralized storage. It is a real alternative to handling blobs and storage, aside from Solidity. So let's talk about Walrus, which is a new decentralized storage protocol developed by the team behind Sui. That's Mistin Labs. And the goal of Walrus is actually pretty simple. It is secure, reliable, and inexpensive decentralized storage. They take advantage of blobs in order to store big files. And the blobs are efficient for data storage, and especially so for blobs on Sui. That's because, and as we've mentioned in lots of other videos, Sui uses the Move programming language. Move is an object-oriented language. It stores data as objects, and that's one of the things that makes Sui NFTs actually excel over the rest of the competition out there. And so this makes accessing, securing, and using blobs a lot easier. The blob, once again, is an object, and Move works seamlessly with objects as a programming language by default. Built using Sui and available to use by any Web3 builder. That means Walrus is for everyone. Anyone, including Ethereum and Solana builders, they can also use Walrus as their storage solution. Let's talk a little bit now about decentralized storage and AI. And actually, an interesting topic around decentralization in terms of storage is how artificial intelligence can leverage it to operate in more interesting ways. A storage network like Walrus can act as an endless data set, which may be useful for certain AI use cases. Walrus data can be accessed through APIs, allowing developers to train AI models, such as large language models, LLMs, which can then be used to prompt and answer questions about data on Walrus. While Walrus can be treated as a large training ground for AI protocols, it also is key to realizing truly decentralized AI protocols. AI systems can store and access data on Walrus without relying on centralized servers or third-party providers. And this independence ensures that it can operate in a self-sufficient and transparent way. With decentralized storage, AI protocols can train models, process data, and make decisions all within a peer-to-peer ecosystem, ensuring that data ownership remains with the users and not with centralized entities. This Altcoin Buzz Spotlight video is all about Walrus, and it is also, in fact, sponsored by Walrus. Mistin Labs, the team behind Sui, is expanding its reach by moving into another important industry sector. That, of course, is decentralized data storage. And the name here is Walrus Protocol. With some built-in advantages, including its Move programming language, they can store larger files, including multimedia or AI datasets, faster and with more reliability to access the data than any other solution right now on the market. Walrus has the fastest solution for data storage on the market today. In fact, it's so resilient that even with only a few nodes operating, your data availability won't be affected. It allows for easy, secure storage and data access to blobs, which are huge amounts of data. One great use case for Walrus is for decentralized AI apps to store their datasets on Walrus for fast access, testing, and prompting at the customer level a la ChatGPT. Walrus is also working on its own Explorer so that you can easily search and find the data that you want, just like a block explorer for a chain. Walrus right now is in its testnet, but you can come on over and give it a try today if you want to store whatever data you need. And to stay updated on testnet progress and other news, make sure to follow Walrus Protocol's X account and other socials. More information can be found in the description of this video below. Walrus's convenience and technical expertise are getting noticed by a lot of others in the industry. Accord, a company also focused on decentralized data storage, liked the Walrus offering so much that they're using it for their own data ownership and storage infrastructure. They actually moved from Arweave to Walrus in order to leverage the unique benefits that are afforded. Like I've already mentioned, Walrus is currently in testnet that's only been active now for a couple of weeks, so you are very early in terms of this one. This is your chance to explore how well the system works, and if you want, you can also help report on any bugs that you may notice. Here's a link to the testnet faucet if you want to get some testnet WAL, WAL tokens. You can play around with those. And some of the cool things you can do when you test it are, for example, uploading your own data blob of less than 10 megabytes, or if you want, even creating a website with decentralized hosting. And instead of a dashboard backend like WordPress or Webflow, you get a dashboard that connects to your wallet, which is pretty cool. If you want to give Walrus a try today, all you need is a SUI testnet wallet and then some testnet SUI, SUI tokens. We strongly recommend the SUI wallet because it has this functionality built in, so it's just easier that way. Then once you have that, you go use the faucet to get some testnet tokens, and you are on your way to better data storage. Once again, check out the links in the description of this video below. In the last year, alpha subscribers following our calls have profited 35x the subscription price. This includes $3,000 worth of airdrops, TIA and DYM among others, $1,700 worth of free NFTs, and multiple book profit calls. Altcoin Buzz Alpha is a highly rewarding service, and we're grateful to our alpha members who have supported us during the past year. Let's be honest, we've seen some extreme bear market conditions during this period, and for this reason, we've kept highly subsidized pricing for alpha. But now the bull market is starting to rear its head, and we have big plans for upcoming days and weeks and months. We are thus going to be increasing the prices of Altcoin Buzz Alpha effective on the 21st of November. Increasing our prices is going to help us grow the research teams working behind the scenes to deliver this value and to continue growing and sharing even more rewarding opportunities with our alpha subscribers. So I am letting you know right now, this is the last chance you have to lock your alpha subscription in at the current price for a full year. We're going from $15 US per month to $29.99, and our yearly plan, currently at $165, is going to $299.99. So like I said, you have until the 21st of November to lock in that $165 USD price. Be sure to note that your Patreon subscription includes Patreon and Discord access. However, the Subscord subscription does not include Patreon access. The content here is the same for both. However, there is a separate Patreon chat on Patreon's platform. So if you'd like access to the Patreon chat in addition to the Discord chat, we suggest that you subscribe to Patreon. We are recommending the yearly plan because it helps long-term portfolio building. It supports constant chat with Altcoin Buzz. It ensures regular health checks of portfolio coins, portfolio rebalancing, timely buy and sell calls, and you can avoid missing timely content due to payment lapses. You're also going to get our advice on regular DCA levels and weekly alphas that have the potential to explode at a later date. Just one example is our 6x peak that was the result of the work we started in May 2024 on PEAQ. If you want to take advantage of this sale, you will need to upgrade your membership to the yearly option in order to lock in the current prices for 1 year. Check out the links below for both Patreon and Subscore, depending on which platform and payment type you would like. But click on those in order to lock in your $165 per year plan before the increase on November 21st. If you have any other questions or if you just want to chat, you can also reach us on Discord.